Guys, on the latest edition of War Week Boxing, we sit down with expert business agent and broker, lifer of boxing, the incomparable Rick Glaser.
Hello.
Too can smell manly if you listen to Real Talk with Rick Glaser. Guys, welcome. Happy Thursday to all of you guys. I tell you what, I hope you guys are geared up for big fight weekend in La La Land. I know this gentleman is. Guys, it's a pleasure to introduce at this time the incomparable Big Rick Glaser. Rick, how you doing, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me tonight, Joe. We're not on Monday night. We're not on Tuesday night. We're on Thursday night because we got a big fight weekend coming up here Thursday night. So we Saturday night. Saturday afternoon actually at 4:30 Eastern time, but on pay-per-view. So let's get started here.
Well, I tell you what, man. Let's just jump right into this. This wasn't prepared, but hey, let's do this anyway. Here
maybe, just maybe, it's time for Rick Glaser's Twitter watch. Bing!
Woo! Thank you, Teddy. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Well, it says this was 2 days ago, right, on your Twitter feed, and you said this: a lot of internet rumors on Shakur Stevenson. First, he was supposedly fighting Tank Davis. Now it's rumored that to be Shakur fighting William Zepeda. There's more interest who Shakur is fighting than actually watching him fight. Ha ha! Hashtag boxing. What's going on, brother? What have you heard? And is it true? Because I know it's been reported by a Lance Pugmire or someone like that Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson have come to terms?
They haven't come to terms. It's in discussion, but they're a long way from coming to terms. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but they haven't come to terms. You know, they're a long way yet, but they're going in that direction.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
God.
see if it happens. I don't think I don't think it happens, but we'll see.
I don't think it happens either, because this fight, correct me if I'm wrong, could be worth a lot more if William Zepeda
wins a world title
on, say, Dennis
Barrington. Yeah, exactly.
So
that's one consideration. But here's another. You know, the problem is Golden Boy doesn't even want options on. I said that wrong. I wouldn't even think Golden Boy would want options on Shakur because Tank's not going to fight him. And once he gets finished, if he beats Williams Zepeda, the problem is he's going to want too much money to fight.
Yeah.
So there's nobody to fight. If Tank don't fight him, there's nobody to fight.
Well, I would think the problem making this fight happen is that he would want too much money anyway. Like, think about this. Can you see him? Because he was being offered $3 million.
Well, don't forget the WBC's ordered this fight, so they only have to go to purse bids. He's only got one title, so if he loses a title, he's got no title. So I don't think I don't think that's an issue, what you're referring to, because it would be a mandatory.
I thought, and I had heard that was their strategy the entire time. Get this guy to purse bid while he doesn't have any promotional representation, while he's still a free agent, so we can get his closest to accurate market value.
Yeah,
but this is a juicy matchup, though. This is going to be a lot of promoters are going to be willing to bid on this.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think so, but Eddie Hearn probably would. I don't know what the Top Rank's position on it would be, but he's out there, never land right now, and we'll see what happens. I'd rather see him fight Baranchek, get the title, and then go make a deal with Shakur for a unification bout, because I think the fight's so much bigger.
It is. It would be substantially bigger. It would actually be pay-per-view bigger.
Right.
And seeing that Shakur, what he might want, what Eddie Hearn might bid, right? And that would be a terrible scenario for Golden Boy Promotions, is to not win the purse bid and have Eddie Hearn promote this event, paying guys exorbitant amounts of money with the same DAZN money, and it would be forced to be put on pay-per-view out of necessity. So basically assuring that no one watches it except for the guys illegally streaming it.
Yeah, I know. That's where we're at today in business, in the boxing business.
Oh, Chingao. Let's just pray for decent numbers this Saturday. Oh, I'm not having a warm fuzzy about this, Rick. And we'll talk about that in a second. Here's our next tweet. 2 days ago, same day, you said this on your Twitter feed. I'm declaring this week Terrence Crawford Appreciation Week. When was there ever another world champ from Omaha, Nebraska? And in honor of Bud, there's a new hashtag. Hashtag Crawford says fuck the haters. That's right. Hashtag boxing. I loved it at the press conference. Didn't you love him calling out Vadim Kornilov? Like that.
I didn't see it. What did he say, Bud?
First of all, Madrimov said something in his native tongue, and then his manager, Vadim Kornilov, he's a good guy. He's a straight shooter, and he's a no-nonsense guy. So he goes, yes, and that means we know that we're fighting the best, but we're also going to be fighting against the judges and the fans, and we just hope we get a fair shake. And Terrence goes, man, he didn't say all that.
That's funny.
Everyone starts laughing, and Vadim goes, no, I just added a bit to it. Man, I knew it, man. That was very perceptive of Bud. And is that foreshadowing of things to come on Saturday? Is the insight of Terrence Crawford in the ring?
I just think that I don't care how old Bud is. Crawford is just like Bernard Hopkins was at that advanced age. He's got so much knowledge, ring skill, speed, and ring generalship and experience, and he lives a Spartan life just like Hopkins. Yep. So I think that he's going to be that guy that is that good late in life like Hopkins was. That's how I look at it. So
you don't see him walking away like Marvin Hagler?
I don't know. Hagler lost his last fight to Leonard, even though it was in dispute. I think Bud is one of those kind of guys. He's a different kind of guy. Hagler was a mean guy in the sense that he was a tough guy. I think there's more of a vicious streak in Crawford than there was even Bernard or Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I think Crawford is very unique. He's such a great finisher, and I just think he's a special force in there. He's just one of those very odd fighters that just have their shit together. And he doesn't get out of weight. He doesn't drink, smoke, do drugs. He lives right. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat the guy.
Okay,
And I
well,
don't care who it is.
okay, well, you also said this 3 days ago on your Twitter.
Yep.
You said this. Seems like those betting on Madrimov to beat Terrence Crawford are the same suckers that bet on Spence and Crawford's last fight. That's definitely not how to get even. Hashtag boxing. Oh, Chingao, dude. So, do you agree with the odds right now?
Well,
So, on a straight up victory, right? It's Terrence Crawford is sitting at a minus 700. Madrimov, the champ, is not so live betting underdog at plus 500. In fact, if you bet on Madrimov to win a decision, it's at a plus 1100.
Yeah. I just think that Crawford, the odds at 7-1 are appetizing, but they're not that, as far as taking the underdog. But it's Crawford at the in the other corner, and Crawford he just got his shit together. I mean, he got longer arms, he's faster, he just has more ring knowledge, and left-handed, and he's just one of those sharpshooters, and he'll make you miss, make you pay. And they said how much bigger and stronger Spence was going to be against Crawford, and he was going to push Crawford around. From the jump street in that fight, Crawford pushed him around.
Yeah, you know what? And to be honest with you, a lot of people are talking about Madrimov's natural athleticism and speed. I don't see it.
No, first of all,
his speed is comparable to Spence.
Right. I think, he fought Michael Soro from Spain twice.
Michel Soro, yes.
Yes. And Soro, right. He got hit with everything against Soro, and Soro's not fucking Crawford. So, so I don't think, Crawford is just a special, unique athlete. That's all there is to it.
Indeed. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. He's once in a generation type talent. And he's such an ambidextrous badass who could kick your ass at any range. And his ring IQ is off the charts. Guys, this is a special all-time great fighter, guys. Enjoy him while you can, because he's in the twilight of his career. Rick, would you like to take care of my light work? Zanford Promotions, anybody?
What about
Haikar, welcome to the show, sir. Says, with Mungia leaving Golden Boy, does that mean they are struggling financially?
He didn't leave Golden. He didn't leave Golden Boy. It's Top Rank put out a press release. The fight is in association with Golden Boy that he's doing.
Yep.
So he didn't leave Golden Boy. It's all bullshit,
guys. And he's with Zanford Promotions anyway. Golden Boy is his promoter in the States.
No. Actually, he's been the promoter. That Zanford is the co-promoter. But whatever, doesn't matter. They're still involved.
Very good.
And there's nothing struggling financially about Oscar De La Hoya. He just bought a $20 million house 2 years ago and furnished it and everything else. So, when you buy a $20 million house, it's millions to furnish it. Don't ever forget that. They're not furnishing with lawn chairs.
Are you sure about that? No, I'm kidding. So, guys, we want to welcome also to the show Mini Meal. Welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for reporting Slick Rick on this day. Also, my nephew, Tony Manzano from Florida. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. God bless you, brother. Also, my brother Outlaw, Jojo and Rick. Good to see you, my friend, and thank you for reporting Big Rick on this day. Also, my brother G Funky Boxing, who's got an event coming up at the same day as Terrence Crawford, Izzy Madrimov, and that's going to be Showdown at Sacktown. Guys, if you're in the neighborhood in Northern California, go say hi to my brother Gene Funky Boxing. He's going to be there. Gabe Lopez, let's go Mets go. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for reporting Rick on this day. And, yep. G Funky knows Golden Boy is first class. Yes, they are. Absolutely, brother. So, guys, let's get knee deep into this fight card. Rick, when you're talking about the entire fight card, what jumps out at you? What stands out to you in terms of undercard on this?
I think Martin Piccoli and Jared Anderson jumps out at me because
Indeed.
both guys can win by knockout. Both guys can win by decision. And one's got a lot more experience than the other one. And Jared's a little faster. So, sometimes the experience makes up for the speed. So we'll see. It's a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I tell you what, it also helps that Martin Piccoli doesn't come into this one weighing 300 pounds. Oh, come on. Ice, brother, I've been insulted before, but, that really hurts, man. That really hurts.
What do you say?
I do not sound like Ben Shapiro today. Chingao, dude.
Who's Ben Shapiro?
Dude, are you serious? I thought you Jews knew each other. Like
No.
all of them.
I don't know who Ben Shapiro is. Josh Shapiro, I know who that is.
No, of course. But Ben Shapiro is the golden Jew who works for the Daily Wire, the staunch Republican, the guy who is all about Israel. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Ben Shapiro. He's the guy who is always debating. Oh, hold on. Does Sugar Hill improve Jared Anderson's chances to be a force? Is the Sugar with Jared? I thought he was with Martin Piccoli.
No, he's with Sugar.
He's with Big Baby.
Yeah.
I need to give him a call, man, tonight after the show. Chingao. Tell you what, that's how close we are these days. But anyway, let me ask you something. Since we're on this Crawford card, I have to bring this up. We'll get to the undercard. And once again, Sugar is an elite level trainer, guys. He learned from the very best. Our mentor and very dear friend, late great Emmanuel Stewart. So yes, if there's any improvement to be made, Sugar, both mentally and physically, Sugar's going to do it. He's going to be the guy. Hold on. Minnie Meal says this before we jump to another question regarding Crawford. Minnie Meal says, Rick, how do you see the Ryo versus Pitbull fight playing out?
I like Pitbull, but if the other guy won, Ryo won, I wouldn't call it an upset either. It's a good fight.
I think it's a great style matchup as long as it lasts. To be honest with you, Rick, I can't see Ryo Valenzuela hurting Pitbull Cruz. Low center of gravity, no neck, all trap. I don't think he's going to be able to hurt him. If Tank can't hurt him, and if Romero couldn't hurt him, I can't see Ryo Valenzuela hurting him.
Well, don't forget one thing. You get hurt with the punch you don't see coming. So if he catches him on an angle, spinning him around and walking into a punch, that's a punch that can get you out of there. So we'll see. But I like your theory, but anything can happen.
You're right. This is a prize fight. Anything can and often does happen in the sport of boxing. Yep. I'm still trying to get over this, Iceman. Come on, dude. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show, my friend. So let's get. Well, look, I love that David Morrell Jr., Scarface, El Sicario, actually called out the winner of Dmitry Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev. Boy, that takes some stones now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But the fight hasn't happened, so they might call his bluff and say, "Okay, we'll fight you." And then he doesn't show up.
Well, look, I can tell you this. I've been trying to get Iceman John Scully on the show to give us a status of Arthur in camp. Neither he nor Mark Ramsey are returning any of my calls. In my opinion, that's not a good sign, Rick.
I don't think there's any sign, to be honest with you. We got, I don't think much of either guy still. It's just my opinion,
What?
I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
Mark
Very
Ramsey
good.
and Scully. I'm talking about
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Ramsey and
Very, very
Scully.
good. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, because look. In my opinion, a torn meniscus. I thought it was not enough time to recover from a torn meniscus, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're still going to go through with the fight in October, and neither guy wants to give me an update on camp. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a good idea, to be honest. I
Uh-uh.
mean, I don't think that's a good sign, to be honest.
No, no, but maybe Morel's ready to go, and we can fight
Dude,
Bivol.
you know what? I would love that. I would love to see that. Of course, I would love to see Beterbiev, but not a compromised Arthur Beterbiev.
Right.
No one wants to see that. I
No.
would much rather see a 100% full strength David Morrell El Sicario taking on Dimitri Bivol. I think that would be much, much healthier for the sport of boxing. But
Yeah.
look, I'm going to ask you this, Big Rick. And it says Crawford's fantasy fight with Canelo unlikely, according to promoter Eddie Hearn. And this is what he had to say about it. Here it is. Now, I don't think Crawford beats Canelo because the weights are just too much. You're not just talking about 168 pounds. You're talking about a guy that is going to be 185 in the ring. That's end quote. He goes, it's a strange fight, but obviously it's a fantasy fight. Sometimes these fights get made. I'm not sure that this one will get made. I don't think Canelo is mad about that fight. I think he feels like, well, what do I get out of beating a welterweight or junior middleweight? No one is going to give me the credit. He'd take any fight if the business is right, though. End quote. Your thoughts on, yeah, that guy's comments. Chingo.
I don't think Turkey would want to hear Eddie saying that. So I don't know why Eddie would say something like that.
Well, I don't think
It
he'd be the
doesn't.
lead promoter then on it. Chingao. How do
Or
you
of
like that?
course not. Of course not. But he's still trying to. What's he trying to poo-poo a fight with? That Turkey's trying to put together. It's not very smart of him.
Now, speaking of Turkey El Sheikh, he said this. I guess, he has his ideas of what he should be making in that fight. And if His Excellency can meet that, well, he'll probably take it. If he can't, or if he doesn't want to, then he'll probably not make the fight. My question is, Rick, what options does he have? I mean, we're talking about Canelo now, but let's be honest. That's the only reason why he's fighting Hamburger Langa in September, right?
What did you call him?
Hamburger Langa.
Hamburger.
Hamburger Langa.
I don't.
Well, look. What else are his options at 168? Let's be honest.
I don't. Another mandatory by one of the organizations. Something like that would be his options. So we'll see.
Yeah, look. Unless his options bring money with it, I can honestly see Canelo fighting Terrence Crawford. And if he is successful, and if he stops him or makes a good showing and wins decisively, I can see him riding off into the sunset after that because his options are nil at 168. And you already know how he would fare against, well, the badasses at 175.
Uh-huh.
I can see him retiring after that. Uh-oh. What's your take on that chick who sounded like Andre the Giant in the Olympics, ruining these real girls' dreams?
That's disgusting.
I'm the Dream Pirate Robert. Look, I've got something to say about that after Rick leaves the show. I don't want to waste his time on any of that nonsense. Unless you want to speak about it, this is your show, Rick.
I just think it's disgusting, horrible, and it's bullshit. They shouldn't allow shit like that.
Yeah, look. We shouldn't allow women with an Adam's apple to be able to beat the shit out of real women. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about it. Stavi,
You know?
welcome to the show, sir, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting Rick on this day. Refugio, welcome to the show, sir. He says, well, to be honest, Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu was the best fight on the card until it wasn't.
Actually, I didn't think that was such a great fight. I thought Virgil was gonna, own him. To be honest with you, but that's my opinion. You know?
You know what, brother? I second that. I thought the physicians did Tim Tszyu a big favor by telling him he couldn't compete in August.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought Virgil was going to roll all over him. In fact, I didn't see it going. Looking at the style matchup, I didn't see it going past 5 rounds.
Yeah. You're thinking like I did. I said 6, but yeah. Yep.
So I tell you what, let's look at the fat ass fight on Saturday. How do you like that? Snickers versus Big Syringe, Baby Miller. Like, are you a little surprised, Rick, that a lot of money is starting to come in on Big Baby Jarrell Miller?
Well, he only weighs about 300, which is about 45 pounds less than normal. So
he's a con man.
He had a full camp. He was in the Poconos, and then he went to Philly, and then he's with what's his name now. Bozy is training him now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a good fight.
In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, Rick, and tell me what you think. I think Andrew Ruiz is going to whoop that ass. I think he's going to tear him to shreds. Because big fat ass Baby Miller isn't going to be able to, he's not going to be able to elude Andy Ruiz's offensive attack. And he's a donut fighter. He doesn't know how to fight inside. He doesn't punch with power. He punches with volume. I think Andy Ruiz is going to whoop that ass. That's what I think.
Yeah.
If Andy Ruiz is still Andy Ruiz, who knows? He's been so inactive.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this? Really, what are your thoughts
You
on
said
this?
it. You said it. Just what I couldn't have said it any better. With comments like that, I don't even know why you have me on the show. You don't need me.
Stop it, Rick. Of course we need you. We all need you, my friend. Speaking of which, congratulations, brother, on the very successful week you've had. Would you like to elaborate on that, sir?
Well, I got my checkup with my oncologist, and my cancer free, and my blood is back to normal. I was on blood therapy for the last 2 months, and my blood is back to normal. I had low hemoglobins and I had low iron, and they're all back to normal now.
Thanks be to God.
My health is good. Business is good, real good. I've had a great business week. And I'm looking to expand my international footprint. My 33-year international footprint, I'm looking to expand it even more. And so, see what happens.
Well, just don't look to expand in South Texas working with TMB Promotions and Rick Morones. How do you like that?
What about that's not international number one, but it's
well, don't tell him that, brother. Chingao.
Yep.
So anyway, here we go, guys. The main event of the evening. I know this is Crawford time. This is Crawford time. But with 8 minutes remaining on your segment, we do have to get your thoughts on Canelo versus Berlanga and fan sentiment saying that David Benavidez ducked Canelo by moving him up to 175 pounds.
Well, he didn't.
So
He
wait a
didn't
minute.
duck
So
him.
I'm
He
going to
did.
ask
Wait,
you.
wait, wait.
Hold on, Rick. I need to do this formally. So why didn't he go through the motions in requesting a mandatory position by Mauricio Suleiman on the WBC?
He could have won that intern title and moved back. Mauricio gave him the option, and I both said it all along. I don't think he really wants to fight. I think they went through the motions. Canelo, Benavides, and I think it was a bunch of bullshit. Everybody's saying that Canelo ducked. I think Canelo ducked, but I also think Benavides ducked.
Yeah. No. I'm serious. Seriously. Really? You actually think that?
Absolutely.
¿Por qué?
Absolutely. They were afraid of each other.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
You think both men, ego the size of the Grand Canyon,
Yep.
were leery of each other?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Holy shit. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Canelo fans will be happy to hear that.
Yep.
So, Berlanga versus Canelo. Your thoughts on this matchup? How do you see it playing out? In my opinion, Rick, I think it looks an awful lot like James Kirkland versus Canelo Alvarez back in the day in Minute Maid Park, Houston, Texas. Your thoughts?
I think that I don't think Benavides. I'm sorry. I don't think Berlanga is going to win. Don't get me wrong, but I also think it's a little better fight than people think it is. I think that he'll be in there pitching, and he's going to give 100% of himself. And I think it's a much better fight than people think it is. But I also don't think that I'm not crazy enough to think that Berlanga can beat him. So the same guy will win, but it'd just be a better fight than people think it is. That's all.
You think it's because Berlanga is going to come into the event with a philosophy of nothing to lose? You think he's just going to let it all hang out?
Yes. Guns a blazing. Yep. 100%.
You know what? And unlike James Kirkland, well, I say this and I might jinx him, but hopefully he doesn't break his right hand like James Kirkland did before that fight.
All right.
Do you remember that?
Not really, but it doesn't matter because Belanga's getting so much money.
And this will make a lot of sense. Do you remember who James Kirkland's trainer was for that fight?
Yeah, it was the woman, wasn't it?
No. Ann Wolf. He left Ann Wolf momentarily, and he trained with Rick Morones Jr.
Oy vey.
That explains everything now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. But look, who's going to be on that card? It's going to be in the co-main event, Erislandy Lara versus Danny Garcia.
Yeah, talk about one guy's 41 or 42, the other guy's 36. I mean, this is like nobody asked for this fight. What the fuck?
And that's for a title, Rick.
Yeah, WBA middleweight title. Yeah.
How many additional tickets are they going to sell with that on the co-main event?
Probably minus something.
Oh, Chingao. So who are they going to put in the co-main event? Or who are they going to put in the second preliminary fight on the pay-per-view portion? Is it going to be Jamal Charlo versus Jared Hurd?
No, Jared Hurd's fighting some other old timer, but I don't know if it's on that show or not. It's just, these guys. Oh yeah, he's fighting Jerson, whatever his name is, the former champ. The two former champs fighting each other.
Okay, so can we get this out of the way? Who the hell is funding Canelo versus Berlanga on Amazon Prime? Rick?
I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know. It is a mystery.
Look. Yeah, it's definitely not Steven Espinosa now, isn't it?
No.
What is old Steven up to, man? I haven't talked to him in months.
And he's turning what he was, a Heyman lackey.
Oh, Chingao. I would have thought by now he would have gone to his old attorney practice. But then again, did he even make any money before he was in-house counsel for Golden Boy?
I don't know what he did. The far left liberal cockroach that he is.
Well, I tell you what, we're officially out of time, Big Rick. Do you have any parting shots for everybody here in attendance, sir?
Not really, But somebody asked me if I had 3 bullets, who would I kill? Who are the 3 people I'd kill in boxing?
Oh, stop it! Don't say that on my channel. Come on now. All right, go ahead, Rick.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you next week, Monday night. We'll talk about the fights. Okay.
God bless you, Rick. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Yep,
Have a good
thank
evening.
you for having me. Good night.
Well, I tell you what, guys, we're going to stay for a little bit longer, maybe a lot longer, because I've been absent for a little while. And, guys, I'm going to break down this Madrimov Crawford pairing, as well as all of the style matchups on this Saturday night's card. And, in fact, I'm going to be putting down the link in case anyone wants to join me. And I'm calling out right now, calling out all of the Canelo fangirls to defend themselves and to convince me that Canelo versus Berlanga is the fight they wanted to see, and that Berlanga deserves this more than David Benavidez. There's a link, guys. So I'll tell you what, I want to give a big shout out to my brother, Big Luke. Woo! Because Gogi turned Kirkland down. Look, Gogi, yeah, he doesn't want to have anything to do with that head case. Right? And let me just give you some insight, guys, because I used to be very tight with Rick Morones Jr. And we were partners, and we used to work with TMB Promotions together for many, many, many years. And the only reason why Kirkland didn't stiff him, because I asked Don Chargan and Oscar De La Hoya to cut Rick a separate check, because I knew James Kirkland, when he got his ass whooped, was going to stiff Rick Morones Jr. So I made that happen. So there it is. Thank you for bringing up that history lesson for us, guys. Tell you what, and thank you for joining us, Big Luke. And guys, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to my new channel, God's Perfect Love. And I tell you what, I will save that to the very end. I've got a lot to talk about that, guys. But please, if you can, please go subscribe to my new channel. I spent a lot of time on it. I've been editing and creating videos and that sort of thing, guys. And I'm going to be starting to do prophecy on that, right? So anyone who is a devout Christian, anyone who's interested, please go subscribe to my channel. Alberto, welcome to the show, sir. It's good to see you, man. Salute, Joe and Big Rick. Glad to see you back, Joe. Glad to be back, my friend. And I tell you what, we're also going to go live tomorrow with my friend Adam Lopez, and we're going to be calling the fights on Saturday. All of them with my brother Lee Cleveland, formerly of FightSaga.com, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Evander Holyfields, welcome to the show, sir. It's good to see you, my friend. Alberto says, I'm starting to think Turkey is not a good thing for the sport of boxing. He seems like he wants to strong-arm the sport. I also didn't like his comment if he's going to eat Canelo. Look, this is why I was talking about Rick, who's funding Canelo versus Hamburger Langa. Guys, I already know this to be true. Turkey Al-Sheikh is funding that event going on at the same time. So all of this talk about he wants to eat Canelo, that who made that statement? Was it him? Or is it someone just assuming? Because that's horseshit. He's paying for both UFC and Canelo's events going on the same day. Did Rick Glaser just bite his tongue? Yeah, he sure did. Once again, Rick is a great guy, and he's a dear friend of mine, and he respected. If I said, "Hey, man, don't say that on my channel," yeah, he's going to respect that. He's a great guy, and we love Rick on this channel. And yes, indeed, God bless Rick Glaser. Yeah, he's a credit to the business, guys. And once again, this is a huge misconception about Rick Glaser. He is a straight shooter, as straight as it gets. And think about this logically, guys. He wouldn't have the longevity in this business if he weren't a straight shooter, right? Every time I've done business with him, he's always been a straight shooter. He's a great guy. But guys, let's talk about this. Terrence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. Why is there late money coming in on Israel Madrimov? Why are people picking the upset? Does that make any sense to any of us? Because I'm sorry, guys. Just looking at tape of Israel Madrimov, everyone talks about his deceptive athleticism. Oh, he's fast. He's strong. Oh, he's very unorthodox. I don't see it. I don't see him. I see him being maybe as quick as Errol Spence Jr. I don't see him having the crisp, compact technique that Terrence Crawford has. Once again, guys, it's quickest route from A to B is a straight line. Terrence Crawford has that. Right? Look, we're going to talk about a lot of things, guys, right? We're going to be here for a minute or two, so to speak. And we're going to talk about a lot. Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. I just dropped the link, brother. I just dropped the link. You want me to drop it again? Is that what you're saying? Listen to me. I sound like a Brit. Are you mad? Oh, yeah. Here we go. There you go, my friend. There you go, Iceman. Come on, brother. Bring it. Bring it, brother. Don't sing it. Bring it. Come on now. Oh, no. You're talking about the channel link, right? Talking about my new channel? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Well, let me give you the link to the new channel, okay? Once again, called God's Perfect Love. And I just made my first prophecy video with my most recent conversation with the Holy Spirit. So there it is. I just dropped it. Okay. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. If you could just subscribe. And once again, it would mean a lot to me because I put my heart and soul in this. And this is what's been occupying my time as of late. And it's been very difficult to rationalize focusing my time on a sport like boxing. But I'm doing that tonight. It's a nice little vacation from the intense realization of current events and future events, right? It's been very emotional. It's been very consuming. But I will say this, guys, and let me bring this up, right? This is going to make you guys laugh, I think. Now, look, I just dropped the link, my friend. It's that one right there. Do you see that? There it is. That's the one that says at Holy Trinity dash JC1. That's the new link. Thank you, Iceman. I appreciate you subscribing, my friend. I'll tell you a dream I had on that channel. Dude, I love it. And Alberto, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, brother. It's an excellent channel. I highly recommend it to everyone. Check it out. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, my friend. Well, look, I'm going to pull this up, and because I have a lot to say about this, and it's an interesting story, right? Alberto says, and thank you for sticking with us, Alberto. It means a lot to me, my friend. He says, Joe, I got here a little late, but did you already speak on the Olympic boxing scandal today involving the Italian female fighter having to box a man? Well, look, guys, from what I've been told, and that was my initial reaction, that was obviously Rick's. But from what I've been told, that's not a man. It's not a man, baby. It's a woman who resembles a man. And guys, I have a lot of firsthand evidence regarding something of this nature. Back at the Alamo Dome, right before the pandemic, Saturday, January 11th, 2020. It was in the Alamo Dome, and it was in the undercard of Jaime Munguia versus Spike O'Sullivan. And on the undercard for the women's WBC whatever title, Franchon Cruz Dezern was fighting Alejandra Jimenez from Mexico. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. That chick looks like a man. That chick looks totally like a man. And it's funny. So Alejandra Jimenez, I saw her at the weigh-in. I'm like, I swear that chick had balls. She looked like a dude. Man, she looks like she could whoop my ass till Tuesday. And anyway, we go to fight night. And Franchon, that was the infamous hair weave incident, right? Where her trainer had to cut off her hair weave because it was coming off. It was getting loose and it was a distraction getting in the way. And so, yeah, everyone was laughing at it. And when the Mexicana won the split decision victory, everyone started cheering until she got on the mic and started talking. And it sounded like Andre the Giant. I'm the Dread Pirate Roberts. It sounded like Andre the Giant. I'm like, holy shnikes. Dude, that's a dude. That's a dude. But no. I spoke to her in the back after the fight. And it was a chick. It was a woman who suffered from some strange I don't want to say giantism, but yeah, giantism among females. And apparently, the Olympian who fought the Italian broad, pardon my French, for lack of a better term, the Italian broad this afternoon in France, that's what she suffered from. The same strange female giantism that Alejandra Jimenez back in 2020 suffered from. I'm so tired today. Hulk Hogan, I will pin you 1, 2, 3 at WrestleMania. Dude, I swear she looked like a man. She sounded like a man. Her voice was 2 octaves lower than mine. But apparently, they're both naturals. They both have the same chromosomes that other women do. So there's nothing we can do about that. But I will say this, though. I take great exception to them actually allowing chicks with dicks to beat up on girls in the Olympics, and the WBC has approved that as well. Mauricio, I'm like, dude, are you envious of these chicks with dicks or something? Do you wish you had bigger balls than them? What's going on? Because that's just not right. But guys, from what I understand, it's actually a woman who competed against the unfortunate Italian young lady. Yeah. Even though she has a bigger jaw than mine, has a bigger Adam's apple than mine, Chingao. Now, I'm not going to say she had a bigger whatever than mine, but, anyway. Look, guys, this is a very confusing time. When you disregard God's word among society and you start to ridicule and mock the Lord Almighty, you start to disregard the Holy Trinity and their involvement in society, then you start to rationalize deviance and nonsense. Guys, could you ever imagine 30 years ago us rationalizing non-binary bullshit? The idea that biology, gender, is a human construct? Guys, no. Time is a human construct. Excuse me. Guys, the concept of time is a human construct, not biology, not being a man or a woman. That used to be common sense. But no, not nowadays. Guys, that's what happens when you create a godless society. But guess what? God is not an uninterested bystander. If you think that the Lord is just going to sit back and isn't going to make his presence felt, well, let me break this. Let me break this, right? Well, let me hold on. Because there's a gentleman who has the stones and he's clicked on the link, and I'm going to invite him to the stage. Guys, for the first time, introducing to the World Week boxing stage, Slim Jim Robinson.
Yo, Joseph, it's Gus.
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, it's Gus.
Yeah.
Hey, how you been, my friend?
I'm sorry, you cut off real quick. What'd you say?
No, I said, how you been, my friend?
I've been good. How you been?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I you know what, dude? I'll be honest. The only reason why I know about what's going on in this Olympics is because people have told me. Because after the opening ceremonies.
Hold on, I'm gonna be honest. I was back like 10 minutes. Like I've been watching your live, but like I was back. I don't know how to say.
Hold on, Gus. Hold on, Gus. Hold on. We're in the presence of boxing royalty here on War Week Boxing. Guys, it is my privilege, my honor, to welcome back to the show a dear friend of mine, one of the funniest gentlemen I've ever known in my life, the incomparable Mantequilla, Adam Lopez. Adam, how you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Slim?
What's up, man?
Joseph.
So this is Gus from Austin, man. He's such a great guy, and he's a very good young fighter. And I'm hoping you will train him eventually, Adam.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So dude, I tell you what, I know why you clicked on. We started talking about chicks with dicks and Errol Spence, and yeah, that's why you clicked on, isn't it?
All right, log it off.
Woo! Not enough Miller Lite in the world, is there?
I kind of been on a hiatus for a little bit. Been drinking some NAs for a little bit, and
well, I tell you what, brother, I've given up. Yeah, I've given up drinking altogether. How do you like that, my friend? I just can't do it anymore, man. With what I'm doing and the work that I'm doing with the church and yeah, I with the channel also, I can't do it, man. Hold on. Hold on. Alberto says mantequilla. Adam was a big fan of butter. I take it. No, stop it. That's terrible. Alberto, no. Seriously, the fans actually on my old radio show back, dude, over a decade ago, um, they chose the mantequilla moniker for
yeah,
for
it had
Adam.
to do. It had to do with you. You picked it out, and then the Fight Saga I picked it out, and I was like, "That's the best one. It's the
Yep,
funniest one.
that's
It's
it.
the
So
most
Adam
extreme
Adam
one."
didn't choose it. He just went along with it. Hold on,
Yeah.
and Canelo High Guard. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the Olympic ceremony was so bad I didn't bother tuning in further. Yeah, that's me as well. The only reason why I even know what's going on today with the Italian broad and Andre the Giant fighting her, right?
Yep.
Andreas the Giant fighting her was because people told me about it. Because after that opening ceremony, I turned it off. And I said, you know what? I am not going to invest any more time in any of this
Yo,
nonsense.
you know the name of one of the trannies?
Huh?
You know the name? You know one of the names of one of the transvestites is Iman.
Iman.
Yeah, I mean break that down. Like
A man.
you spell it out. IMAN.
I man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a dude. Look. All I can say is this. If we live in a society where they're okay with seeing a man dressed up like a woman beating the shit out of a real woman,
Yeah.
then yeah, we all need to pray, guys, because once again, guys, the Lord isn't just an uninterested bystander. And while we have Adam here, I'm not going to get off on my soapbox, and I'm not going to go off on that tangent. But look, he knows. I've got that relationship, right, where I hear that prophecy. And I can tell you guys what's going to happen on the road ahead. I'm not going to spoil this broadcast, though, by giving you guys the harsh realism of what's coming up on the road ahead. Instead, we're going to get Adam Lopez's take on Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga.
Hamburger Langa. I was more interested. I was more interested in the tranny stuff, but let's deviate from that.
Well, of course, he used to roommate with Errol Spence.
He's not a tranny. He's not gay either.
Oh, you're right. He's a flat out fag.
Oh,
Oh, you think Errol Spence is gay?
He's not.
No, dude,
He's
no.
not.
Dude,
He's not gay.
I know he's gay. And no, I don't know.
Not
Like,
gay, dude.
stop.
He said, "I know he's
Not
gay."
gay.
No, dude, I don't know like that. Come on. Hey, Adam, tell him. Don't let the long hair fool you, man. Come on now.
What? Is he gay? Errol Spence?
Hell yes, he's gay.
No, he's not.
Well, look. He's
believe
bi.
that.
He's
I
got
don't believe that
kids,
one
right?
bit. I don't believe it one bit.
No. Let's rephrase that. You don't want to believe that one bit.
No, I don't believe it.
And look, dude, I'm not drinking, so we're not getting into that conversation again, dude.
Okay.
But yes, he's in the immortal words. Look. In the immortal words of Emmanuel Stewart, Errol Spence Jr. is a little light in the loafers, if you know what I mean. So there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
But anyways, going to Canelo Hamburger Langa, that's like such a stupid fucking fight. No one wants to see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense just in general. It's like, all right, well, Edgar Berlanga hasn't done anything to get into a Canelo fight, but yet he's gotten into a Canelo fight. And It makes no sense, and I feel like Canelo isn't at the top of his game anymore. He's not really the face of boxing like what he used to be. What he should do is he should start going on like a farewell tour, and he should have fought Eubanks and Wembley. That's what I think he should.
He should
That
have
way,
fought. He should have
that way,
fought Benavidez. They keep trying to force. They keep talking about this fucking Mexico versus Puerto Rico, but this shit is so forced. Like no one even knows
no
who
one
the fuck
asked.
Berlanga is.
Yeah, no one asked for it. And if they were to fight, if they were to do it, he should have done it in June in Brooklyn.
Well, hey, hold on, guys, hold on. Hey, boxing scientists, welcome to the show, my friend. I tell you what, if you're wondering where Rick is, we started late, and so he was only able to be on for 35 minutes. Rewind all the way to the beginning if you're interested in hearing it, or just as soon as we're finished, you can rewind all the way to the beginning and hear Rick's segment.
Yeah,
But thank you for joining us, my friend. But I will say this. Look, guys. Here's the big problem I have with it. We have ass clowns, Canelo fangirls, pride flag waving idiots. Let's just face it. Let's just be honest. They're gay. They're gay, dude. If they're more interested in Canelo fighting Berlanga than David Benavidez, yeah, hey man, join the parade. You guys are officially gay.
Might as well go start
come
fighting.
Come on, dude. There's no other way around it. They're Errol Spence Jr. gay.
Come on.
So here it is, right? Yeah. So the problem I have with it are guys who are saying and claiming, Canelo fans claiming that David Benavidez hasn't done enough to earn this fight.
That's the stupidest shit ever.
And are claiming that they have no problem with Berlanga fighting Canelo Alvarez. I'm like, okay, so what has Edgar Berlanga done to deserve a Canelo fight? If you're holding them to that same standard, crickets. Yeah. Crickets. And here it is. Here's the explanation. You guys are gay. That's it. And here is the boxing scientist. Hopefully he can shed some light on this. Boxing scientist, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, salute, fellas. Thanks for having me on, Joe.
My friend. So please provide some insight into that, my friend.
I didn't hear your question. I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying, how can Canelo Alvarez fans? Once again, I'm all for guys having their favorite fighters, right?
Uh-huh.
It makes boxing what it is. But when you start, excuse me, these guys, it's almost like they don't want Canelo to fight David Benavidez, the fight that we all want to see him in the ring with. It's like, why? When did men not want to see their favorite fighter beat that ass in the center of the ring against the very best opposition?
Yeah.
Right.
When did that become a thing in boxing?
So, I think most Canelo fans do want to see. I have heard some that say they don't want to see it, but I think the general consensus is Benavidez would be the best matchup for him. However, in Canelo's defense, you do have Benavidez also to blame for not cornering Canelo, not taking all the necessary steps to get the fight, such as petitioning the WBC, and he moved out of the division. So at the same time, like what is Canelo supposed to do? Beg this guy to come back down and fight him? I mean, he's the face. He's got his pick of the litter. So I blame both parties essentially.
And you're sticking to that?
Yeah, they're both to blame. I mean, like talking shit in interviews is not gonna always get you the fight. It might, but
I will say this, and that's a very good point. Very astute of you, brother. And I will agree with that. I've said for years, if you want to fight with Canelo Alvarez, you better ask nicely. Because I know this for a fact. I've been in his camp when he was when James Gogie's fighter was his chief sparring for Floyd Mayweather Jr. back in the day. And I know this for a fact. If you give Canelo an ultimatum, he's going to give you the Boo Andrade answer. And what was that? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck. He's going to tell you that, right?
Yeah.
So the way business is, and once again, without the false bravado, for the sake of the fans and the media, fighters, and most fans don't understand this, prize fighters are business partners. There is no bad blood. Most of the time, 95% of the time, there is no bad blood. That's fabricated. And that's horseshit. That's showbiz for the fans and the media in attendance. All that false bravado at the weigh-in, that's all fabricated bullshit for the media in attendance. There is none. Or that's a fighter trying to create that false bravado, that chip on their shoulder for their own benefit. But they don't have any genuine animosity for their business partner, especially for something this big, right? So David Benavidez, I think the problem is he didn't ask Canelo nicely. But I will say this. If any of you guys truly believe that David Benavidez petitioning to the WBC would have made any difference, you guys need to have your heads examined. Adam?
I was just about to say that.
Could Mauricio Suleiman have made a difference in this scenario?
No way. And he doesn't need a position to the any of the sanctioning bodies because Canelo doesn't give a fuck about anything. He just gave it the IBF, which is the strictest one. He doesn't give a fuck. So what is going to petition to a sanctioning body going to do? It's just he's going to go, yeah, so I don't fucking care. That's dude. He is the sanctioning body. Everybody wants the Canelo belt, the Canelo fight.
Yeah, but at least he would get stripped, right? Like the IBF stripped him.
No,
so
that's where you're wrong, my friend. Mauricio, could you imagine him stripping Canelo of any title?
And then they'll strip him of a title, and then once he tells him to go get fucked, WBC is gonna crawl back and say, "Oh, we made a special belt for you. We made the Canelo belt."
Yeah.
That's what they do every fucking time, and they'll never stop doing that. It doesn't matter. The sanctioning body doesn't matter. Like the old saying goes, the belt doesn't make the champion makes the belt. That is 100%.
Yeah, and also the old saying, he who has the gold makes the rules. It's the golden rule, right? And Canelo has the gold. Look, 3% on Canelo's waist earns a lot more than 3% on David Benavidez's waist, right?
Yeah, that's true.
No way in Hades Mauricio Suleiman has the stones to make that move against Canelo Alvarez. Bullshit. Look, it wouldn't have. That's horseshit if you guys put that on David Benavidez.
Yeah.
No, but at least try. At least I'm not saying
what's the point? What's the point? Look. David Benavidez is the guy who's in this business, obviously, and everyone knew that he was already in the process of putting together a fight with either Conor Benn or I'm sorry, what's his name? Is that right? No, not Conor Benn. What's his name?
Eubanks.
Yeah, Chris Eubanks Jr. or Edgar Berlanga. Those were his two options. So Dave Benavidez is like, fuck this. Without Canelo Alvarez, there's no point and there's no money at 168. The only money at 68 that is left is with Canelo Alvarez. Otherwise, I'm better off moving up to 175 where the money is. That's why he did it. So why are fans making a big deal out of David Benavidez moving up to 175 after he realized that Canelo had no
intent?
had no intention of making that fight. And it doesn't take a mental genius to figure that out. So why are Canelo fans pointing the finger?
It's just a scapegoat. That's a scapegoat. Basically, you're projecting. You're basically saying like, "Oh, well, yeah, he's the problem. He's the problem," when it's really you. He's
look, guys. This should have been evident.
Yeah.
When Canelo said to the media, "Hey, you know what? Give me 150 million, $200 million. I fight them tomorrow." That should have been evident right then and there. Adam, what does that tell you?
He just doesn't want it.
Dude, whenever a fighter makes those kinds of demands, that means he doesn't want to have anything to do with that fight. Or he's saying, you know what? Fuck you guys for trying to paint me in a corner. Kiss my ass. I'm going to do what I want. You give me an ultimatum, you can kiss my ass. I'm going to do everything but.
Okay.
So which one do you think it is?
I hear you, Joe. I hear you, and you're right. You're right. Canelo didn't do his part, but also, are you really gonna just let David go scot free, so to speak? Because you're supposed to leave every stone unturned. That way, there's no excuses, right? If the WBC didn't strip Canelo, then you could blame the WBC. Right now, you can't even blame the WBC.
Boxing scientists, I would say this, sir. I would, if it weren't for the fucking demand. The demand of the fans that trumps everything. Adam, would you say that there was a consensus for that fight to be made?
I mean, yeah, the fights should be made, but I mean, if you price yourself out, something.
No. I'm saying before that. I'm just talking about the demand.
Oh yeah, there's a demand.
So, dude, if that would have been, now correct me if I'm wrong, boxing scientists. If that fight were to be made, let's say instead of Jaime Munguia, Cinco de Mayo, say that was David Benavidez. Would that have not been the biggest fight easily of 2024?
Yeah, no doubt.
It probably could have been. I mean, you got Usyk and Fury, so I mean.
Oh, dude, come on! Usyk Fury is not an American fight. I'm talking about the American market.
Oh yeah, in the American market, yeah, for sure.
Yep. So that means that there was a consensus. That means every fan, mainstream and diehard, wanted to see that fight. So that kind of demand trumps everything. Why would you, if you're David Benavidez, have to jump through hoops if the real bosses of boxing want to see it? Come on.
That's true.
You can't rationalize that shit. You can't do it.
Okay, so
is there. Look, historically, let's go historically. Other than Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, when have you ever seen the demand for a fight like that not happen historically? You can't even say Mayweather Pacquiao because that happened. Not when it should have, but it happened. When have you ever seen, outside of Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, a fight that has that kind of demand not take place? I'll wait.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I mean, this might be a Pacquiao Mayweather type of thing where it happens when it's too late.
Nope. Look. All I can say is this, guys. If you want to know why I've been distancing myself from boxing lately, because of this shit right here. It's become an epidemic. Boxing, this is a prime example of what's wrong with this business. And it's been pissing me off for a very long time. And I'm just about at it. Because you've got a business comprised of thousands of sole proprietorships with no one giving two shits about the health of the sport. So how is this sport or this business supposed to exist? How is it supposed to succeed when everyone is in it for themselves and no one gives two shits about the health of the product? That's why UFC is kicking our ass. And that's why Dana White looks like a fucking genius when he badmouths boxing, because it's all true.
Yes.
Look at Shakur Stevenson. Oh, you know what, man? I'm gonna turn down $3 million because I'm worth. Man, dude, you're a chump. With people walking out of the arena, you put people to sleep, and you think you deserve more than $3 million?
Has
Top rank
anybody
is being
signed it?
generous.
No one signed yet.
Fuck no, and they're not going to, because you know why? He's the delusional shit.
I agree.
And that's what's wrong with the business, my friend. That's why I'm like, you know what? Screw this business. I might as well work at HEB.
Yeah. So going back to your point about there being a big demand for the Canelo Benavidez fight, which I agree with. There is
Undeniable.
yeah. Um, would you say maybe there's an even bigger demand for Canelo Crawford, seeing as how Turkey Alice Cheek is more interested in throwing money at that
Well,
fight?
look. I will say this: if he's throwing more money at Crawford Canelo, it's because he has an invested interest in Terrence Crawford, and that has nothing to do with the man. Because let's just face it, Turkey Al Sheikh, when it comes to boxing, hasn't exactly made sound business decisions. It's been very selfish decisions of what he actually wants, and he's not even considering making a profit. Let's just
So
face it.
you think he's
But
losing money?
I will say this, though, being fair, that there is more of probably a mainstream demand to see Crawford Canelo. There are two names. Benavidez, he's not a big mainstream name just yet.
Right.
And I'm not sure if he's ever going to achieve that regarding the landscape of both 68 and 75. So, you know what? You may be right that there may be a greater. Well, it's all going to be contingent on how he looks this Saturday. Let's just say he wins against Madrimov, picks up the WBA trinket, but he doesn't look good doing it. In fact, let's just say the fight is a snoozer. Not very much action, and it's not a decisive victory. In fact, it's a very controversial one in which he doesn't look good doing it. Shows some ring rust, not a lot of action, but he picks up a decision. How does the demand for a Canelo fight look then, TBS?
Um, it certainly loses its luster, or its appeal, so to speak. But at the same time, Benavidez didn't look that spectacular in his last fight either. So
Yeah,
people
that's
still
right. And that's
people.
look, and that's why I can't understand why Canelo didn't jump all over that shit. Dude,
I think it's
that's the perfect time.
I think it's personal. Maybe he just really doesn't want to give the guy a payday.
And there it is, guys. And there it is. TBS hit the nail right on the head, in my humble opinion. What I know about the business and what I know about Canelo Alvarez. If he doesn't like somebody, and he doesn't like David Benavidez because of all the shit he's been talking through the media over the last several years, do you really think he's going to want him to make millions of dollars at his expense if he doesn't have to? No. Canelo's going to say, once again, the boo-boo Andrade answer. What is that? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. He's going to tell him that, and he got it. He's like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I don't know him anything. What has he done for me? What does he bring to the table aside from being 20 pounds over the limit on the day of the fight? What does he bring to the table? Not a damn thing. He's not going to do anything to enhance my career. I've already made my bones in this business. I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer, baby. Do I need this fight at this juncture? Fuck no. He can kiss my ass. If he's going to be an asshole about it, he can kiss my ass and hey, nice knowing you. Kiss my ass and best of luck to you. In my opinion, that's exactly what happened because knowing exactly who Canelo and Eddie Reynoso are, guys, this guy thinks he could whoop Anthony Joshua's ass on any given Saturday. This is a guy who thinks he could beat anyone in 68, 75, cruiserweight, heavyweight. He was talking about fighting Alexander Usyk. And he was serious about it. That's who Canelo Alvarez is. This is a guy who's brimming with confidence.
He actually mentioned Usyk? I thought those were
Yes.
just rumors.
No, he said that.
No.
He said he wanted to fight Usyk.
Adam, tell Adam, we're here with a very confident, badass former prize fighter. A guy who I've seen knock guys into next week. Adam, talk about the mindset of a confident fighter and what kind of confidence you have to even step foot in the ring, brother.
Well, I mean, like you have to have a certain type of like arrogance about you. Like your ego has to be like crazy for you to like just have the balls to get in there and do the things you do. You have to think you're invincible, and he kind of does think that he is invincible. So I mean, he challenged Usyk like I think a year and a half ago. He challenged him, and he was so like he had just knocked out Kovalev real bad, and Kovalev was shot when he did it, but at the same time, it's like he just knocked out a guy that was 154, went all the way up to 175, and knocked him out. It's like he's shown that he can't carry the power up to 75. So who am I to say that he can't knock out or he can't beat Usyk?
That's it, guys.
I mean, if he has the confidence to do it, let him fucking go at it. I know people will be like, no, he can't do it. He can't do it. It's like, he's asking for it, dude. Let him fucking try. If he gets fucking blown out, then we all knew it. We all were right. We all knew that it was just he bit off too much that he can chew. But now he wants to prove us all wrong. Let him do it, dude. Let him fucking make his bed and sleep in it. But I do know a person that can beat him. Canelo. I do know a person.
All right, let's hear it, brother. Come on now.
You know who can beat Canelo? Amin Khalif.
I'm sorry, who?
Amin Khalif could beat Canelo.
I'm not familiar.
You're not familiar with the trans boxer that just
I'm sorry, what country is that thing from?
Algeria.
Oh shit, Algeria. Yeah, that's the one that sounded like
the trans will beat Canelo.
Let me tell you something, Cinnamon Boy. I'll kick your ass in the center of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no.
Fucking hey, dude. I mean, what?
Amin Khalif or Khalid. Dude, I don't even know.
Holy shit. Hold on, dude. I'm going to step away for a second, my friend. Keep going, Adam.
All right. Anyway, so fucking
Adam,
fucking dogs.
Oh, chinga.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that when Canelo fought Kovalev was shot. Wasn't he a champion at the time, if I recall?
I don't know if he was a champion, but it was less.
Kovalev.
He hasn't been good since he fought Ward.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped. He got knocked out on the last card, didn't he?
Yeah, but he like after he fought Ward the second time, he had never really been the same. Like he had to throw
No,
the
he
first
didn't.
one. The first one I thought he beat
Yeah,
Ward.
he got knocked the fuck out by Elisier Alvarez, didn't he?
Yes.
I thought
Elisier
that was
Alvarez?
I thought that was after Canelo though.
I'm not sure. I think Alvarez beat him because that was a big shocker.
When Canelo fought him, I thought he had only lost to Ward, and those were controversial fights, both of them actually.
No. He lost to Elisier Alvarez, didn't he?
Oh, that was before he fought Canelo. Okay,
I don't know.
I
Let me
I
look.
could have
Let me
sworn
look. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
could
not
have
sure
sworn.
on that. Let me look.
Okay,
So
I could be
so
wrong.
I'm gonna so look, guys. Look, let's just size this up now. In my opinion, once again, just what I know of fighters, the many fighters that I've worked with, I know guys at the club level who believe that they get an assignment for, let's say, ESPN Friday Night Fights. That's how old I am, and that's how long I've been in this business. I remember club guys that I worked with getting assignments from Top Rank or from some promoter who had a date with ESPN Friday Night Fights as a prospect or going and fighting a prospect, saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to change someone's life, man. I think they're picking on the wrong guy. Where's that contract? I'm going to sign because I think they're picking on the wrong guy. I'm going to whoop his ass that night.
Yeah.
And did it ever happen? Very seldom it happened. So if that guy thinks that he's going to whoop that ass on fight night, a 20-1 underdog, what mindset do you think Canelo Alvarez has against a guy like David Benavidez? He thinks he's going to whoop his ass. He's like, dude, you're a kid. You haven't experienced anything like I have. And let's just be honest. Who would favor David Benavidez in this matchup? Probably about 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's 50-50 among the fans, what do you think it is in Canelo Alvarez's mind?
90-10.
Yeah, he thinks, no, probably 99-1.
Yeah.
He's brimming with confidence. This is a guy who would take on Godzilla if the money were right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Gus, let's switch gears, guys. I haven't heard what Adam thinks about Terrence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov or TBS. Joseph, I dropped 100 on Madrimov for this weekend. Which one? Is it a straight up victory? Because I tell you what, I actually like at plus 1100 at the MGM Grand, at the MGM book.
1100
By decision, it's plus 1100 for Israel Madrimov. And I'll tell you what, this has, and not a lot of people want to talk about this or are talking about this, but they should. This style matchup has the makings of a snoozer. And I'll tell you why. Because the disjunct upper body and head movement, the very unorthodox movement of Israel Madrimov is going to freeze Terrence Crawford. And both guys are going to be respecting each other's power. You're not going to see a lot of action in this fight. It's going to be a downright snoozer. In my opinion, I like the plus 1100 by decision Israel Madrimov to retain his title. I like it. He's going to be the harder puncher. He's arguably going to be the more active puncher. He's got a great chin. He's never been hurt. Terrence Crawford is not going to take a lot of risks in this fight. Guys, put $100 on plus 1100 Israel Madrimov. Come on now. TBS, your thoughts?
I think it's, when I initially heard of the fight, I wasn't very familiar with Madrimov. I've been looking into the guy, and this is actually going to be a tougher fight than a Jermell Charlo fight, which is what Crawford initially wanted. I think this is more of a step-up fight, believe it or not. Jermell is a bigger name, of course, so that might have sold more, but this is a tougher fight. If Crawford does well, I think he can make a case for Canelo fight.
Well, look, that's a big if. In my opinion, after a year in activity, first fight at 154 pounds, Adam,
Yeah.
what are the chances of Terrence Crawford doing well in this fight? I can see him winning.
Yeah, I can see him winning.
But do you see it being decisive and action filled? Do you see a stoppage from Terrence Crawford? What are the chances, Adam, of TC pulling off the stoppage this weekend?
Maybe like 40%.
Did you say 20?
I said 40.
40? That well?
Yeah,
Really?
I think. I mean, he's very, very strong.
Yep.
You've seen videos of him sparring. He looks pretty sharp. And I don't know. This is like the same thing that's happened before, where you always fucking count out a guy that you just don't like, and then you just go, "This guy he always proves me wrong." It's like I kind of have to go with him.
Yeah.
It's
So
kind of like
Crawford has
that.
that effect. You don't like Crawford?
I know. I like Crawford. I like Crawford as a
It's just he
person.
whooped your gay friend's ass, isn't it?
He didn't whip my gay friend's ass. My gay friend fucking.
Yeah. Woo!
No, I'm just saying, like he did. Like Terrence Crawford is a good fighter, and I think that he always finds a way. You can't really bet against him like that.
Well, look, I will say this. His knockout streak is damn impressive, especially when you consider the gay guy he knocked out in his last fight. Hey, and here's Gus. Welcome to the show once again, my friend.
Yo, this is gonna be Crawford's toughest fight at 37 years old. Like that's crazy. And then a year layoff. A year layoff,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He's never fought a guy with this much talent or skill.
Well, wait a minute. Now, Gus, I'm going to pick your brain. What do you see that makes him more skilled than a guy like Kell Brook, a guy like Errol Spence, a guy like Igas Kavalyaskes, a guy like Felix Diaz Jr., a guy like, I'm sorry, who's the tornado from Cuba, Guantanamo? What's his name?
Gamboa.
Yeah, Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Well,
what makes him more talented than all those badasses that I just mentioned?
It's more of a mixture of size, skill, and talent.
Look, even though he has that same Alfred E. Newman face like Gennady Golovkin, he's not Gennady Golovkin.
He's not.
Far from it.
No, absolutely not.
He doesn't have the tight, compact, crisp technique. In fact, his punches are downright looping wide. Okay? He's slow. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. He isn't comparable in hand speed. He doesn't have the tight, compact, crisp technique. In my opinion, the only thing he has going for him is that damn weird, unorthodox upper body and head movement that's going to freeze Terrence Crawford. And he's got a very good jab to the body and head. He mixes it up very well.
Yeah.
He's got good hand speed. I mean, he's got good power. His hand speed, though, there's a huge disparity in speed in this fight.
No, I don't see that.
Yeah, dude, go watch it.
I've watched. I've actually been watching his past couple fights.
Well, watch one of his fights.
Yeah.
Then watch TC's last fight with Errol Spence.
Like I don't see that being the big issue for Terrence Crawford, though. It's like this guy's seen everything in the book. He's gone against the best guys in the world. Has so much fucking experience that doesn't. I would think that would phase him. He's gonna need to get old overnight or some kind of crazy injury.
Wait, we're talking
or
about
something.
Crawford. Who's Crawford's best opponent?
Best opponent? It's obviously Spence.
But we're talking about a Spence after a car crash, and the dude was
okay. Let's just disregard Spence. Okay, hold on. Let's just disregard Spence.
Okay.
If you think that Israel Madrimov is in the same league as Yuriorkis Gamboa, a prime undefeated Yuriorkis. You're high on crack. That guy was special. And he was much faster. Pound for pound, a much harder puncher. And Crawford was largely unproven up to that point. He had only beaten Ricky Burns. And the only reason why he got that fight, because he's a badass who doesn't turn down assignments. Brother, go watch the Michelle Soro fight, and you tell me, does Terrence Crawford beat that guy who struggled with Michelle Soro in the first fight? In my opinion,
I've seen him get way better.
This is a snoozer. This is a fight where Terrence Crawford waited too long. If he had jumped into the ring against Israel Madrimov 6 months after the Errol Spence whoop ass, he beats this guy easily. But because he waited a year, and we're seeing the ticket sales as a result of him waiting too long to get back in the ring. But I'm seeing a snooze fest where neither guy looks good. And this goes the distance. I think this is a crapshoot. I think Israel Madrimov has a very good chance of pulling off the upset here. But I don't think he looks good doing it. And I definitely don't think he hurts Terrence Crawford ever in this fight. But he is going to be the harder puncher.
No, I definitely see him hurt him, bud.
Yeah, I think he could definitely hurt him, Joe, because one thing I noticed about Madrimov is not only is he awkward, like you mentioned, but he's also explosive, especially with that left hand.
I don't see it. I think Terrence Crawford, he's much faster. And look, let's just face it, guys. He's a donut fighter. Israel Madrimov, he doesn't have shit on the inside.
100%.
If Terrence Crawford, now you mean to tell me you're going to be able to hurt a guy with some of the best reflexes in boxing from mid to long range? A guy who can see that shit coming? Really?
I just watched the Felix Diaz fight today. He was getting caught super clean.
That was Felix Diaz, dude.
I hold him on the same level.
Felix Diaz, a 40-pounder. Much faster than Madrimov.
Kowalski's dropped him.
He was throwing the same looping shots.
Look, Kowalski's, I will say this. Igor Kowalski's is much better than Israel Madrimov. The only reason why why are you saying no? Why are you saying that?
Kowalski, I see them I see Israel.
I'm sorry, who is only 2 losses to?
Who, Kowalski's?
Yep.
Is to Crawford and Robinson. I forgot his name.
No, Virgil Ortiz.
No, he lost before that. Or no, he had a draw.
No, he didn't.
Fault. He had a draw with Robinson. Yeah.
So a guy whose only losses are to Crawford and Ortiz. Boy, that's terrible. Let me tell you something, man.
I never said terrible.
No, I got that, Gus. My point is, though, that Igor Kowalski's has the better technique, better counterpuncher, harder puncher, more explosive puncher, tighter, compact, higher ring IQ. He doesn't have better footwork, though. And that's his big chink in the armor. But Kowalski's, craftier, deeper amateur pedigree, 2-time Olympian from Lithuania. This is a guy who's a genuine badass and who's hurt every single person he's ever been in the ring with, including Crawford and Ortiz. Had them both in trouble early. The problem is, those are 2 great fighters. You better put them out on their ass, or else they're going to figure you out and they're going to finish you. Those are exceptional fighters. Madrimov, has he ever been in the ring with that kind of class?
No.
We're going to see it this Saturday. Guys, it's going to be a great main event. Let's move on, though. While we have all of you gentlemen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at this. Drunk again. Dude, I quit drinking, asshole. Thank you very much.
I think I know who that is. It's a troll.
Who cares? He can kiss my ass. How's that? So I tell you what, let's move on, guys. Adam, we'll start with you, brother. You've been awfully quiet. Your thoughts. You pick the fight that you want to talk about on the undercard, and we're gonna go clockwise, okay? Guys, I value all of your guys' opinions here. You guys are vote smarter. You guys are all smarter than the average bear. But let's start with Adam. You pick the fight. Which one do you want to talk about on the undercard, sir? Adam, you still here with us, brother? Okay, well, moving on to boxing scientists then. I tell you what, boxing scientists, you pick the fight. Which one do you want to talk about, my friend?
The one I'm looking forward to the most. Well, I was looking forward to Virgil Ortiz, but he got taken out the card. So now the fight I'm looking forward to the most now would be Rayo Valenzuela versus Pitbull Cruz. I think that's gonna steal the. That is gonna steal the show. And I am predicting an upset. I think most people they're picking Pitbull. I'm picking Rayo for the upset. I think he's gonna drop Cruz. I don't think he'll finish him just because he's so tough. I just think Pitbull's too small for the division. Valenzuela has power. He's got the reach advantage, height advantage. It's gonna remember Pitbull had trouble with that tall guy, El Cabron Cabrera.
Yep.
So yeah, Valenzuela is better than that guy. So I would put money on Rayo Valenzuela. That's my take.
Well, that's interesting, man. Gus, what say you, brother?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually picked Rayo too by decision because I feel like just the work that he's probably getting over there at Garcia's gym. And then,
I'll tell you what, he looked great in that fight, and that's a good point, man. Iron sharpens iron, and I'll tell you what, that's a lot of people criticize. Well, why are you going to work with Robert Garcia, man? He's got so many fighters, can't get that one-on-one attention, but it's not about that, is it, Adam?
No, it's about the gym.
It's about the gym. Explain that. Elaborate on that, my friend.
About the gym and the whole atmosphere of it all, and just like just working out, being with the guys, doing all the road work together, the camaraderie, the whole atmosphere, learning from more experienced fighters. I mean, if you talk to like Maggie Garcia, he'll give you tips and hints on what you should do and stuff that you really don't learn unless you have a guy there that's been through it all. And it's a lot easier to take criticism from like another fighter because they generally do want to see you do better. And it's a lot easier to learn in that kind of atmosphere. You don't want to get like fucking drilled and fucking drill sergeant with guy yelling at you all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
It's like
you don't want to train with James Gogi?
Yeah. Gogi just call you a piece of shit. No, you gotta fucking do the shoulder roll like this. Like, no, it feels better if it has somebody that's been there, done that, tell you how to do everything. And to get the atmosphere. But that's what I was thinking. The Pitbull Rayo fight, that's the best fight, I feel. I mean, Pitbull's gone on a fucking streak, dude. He's been on a mad one. I kind of think Pitbull's going to win. I mean, he's got the confidence. And I don't think Rayo has been hit like that. Or Rayo hasn't fought a puncher like that since De Los Santos.
Well, guys, I saved my opinion for last because mine matters least. But I will say this. Guys, this fight is going to be amazing as long or as short as it lasts, and it's not going past 5 rounds.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Pitbull Cruz is going to whoop that ass, and I'll explain why. Rayo Valenzuela is a very good fighter. I love this matchup. Yeah. He's got the height, he's got the reach, but his balls are way too big for this.
What do you mean by that? Oh, something fucked up. I can't hear you.
No shit.
Something happened.
Can you hear me now? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chingao. Can you hear me now?
TBS and Gus left.
No, I guess that just makes us two. Yeah,
He dropped out.
that's all right. We want to thank TBS and Gus for being on the program. God bless you guys, and please come back, my friend. I'll tell you what, you guys are all class. Would love to have you back anytime. Please come on whenever you can. We're going to be going live tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, here's why, guys. Have you ever seen Pitbull Cruz hurt? Ever? Even against Tank Davis?
I have not seen him.
Even against Rolly Romero?
Nope.
No. Is he going to be trying to play the mid to long range game like Cabrera?
Nope.
No. Look, here's why you can't hurt Pitbull Cruz. Low center of gravity. He's got no neck. He's all trapezius muscle. You can't shake his brain. You can't hurt him. And Rayo Valenzuela is going to be freaking out when his best punches land. And it doesn't even faze him. And correct me if I'm wrong, Adam.
Nope.
But Pitbull Cruz is deceptively crafty.
Yeah, he's very, very, very experienced. I mean, that gym that he works out at with his dad, they're old school Mexican fighters. Like, these guys are very, very crafty. There's a lot of old knowledge in that gym, and he's fighting at like an old school pace. The way that he does it, I mean, he's backed. Sean Givens is backing him. He's got Manny Pacquiao helping him out. He's got a great team. I mean, I don't see this fight going past 5, maybe 6, and Rayo's already been stopped before. Like, I think this is a good fight for Pitbull because it gives off like the impression that Rayo is like young, hungry lion, and yeah, he did get his comeback from Chris Colbert, but I mean, Pitbull's a different.
That's
Pitbull's
right.
way
And you know what? That's exactly why a very smart boxing guy like Sean Givens signed this up.
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to be a great fight as long as it lasts. My biggest hope is that it's a successful night for both men. That even if Rayo Valenzuela gets his ass whooped, I'm hoping he puts forth a
valiant effort.
Respectable effort to where we want to see him in the ring immediately.
Yeah.
Just like who was Richardson Hitchens? He fought that Argentine badass. I can't wait to see that guy back in the ring, even though he lost. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I hope that kind of. So let's go on to another fight on this card. Andy Ruiz versus big badass Baby Miller.
I like that. That's a good fight.
I love this fight.
I got Andy Ruiz. Or was Andy? Let me take that back. How is Andy Ruiz's training effort? Because I've seen pictures of Big Baby Miller, and he kind of looks trim. It looks good. Yeah,
he looks good. He had a great training camp, from what I was told.
So I have to see Andy.
But look, I still like Andy Ruiz. This is just a better fighter, guys. A better fighter who can actually fight inside with power. Jarrell Miller, he's a guy who's a volume, accumulative puncher. He lets his hands go. He's going to be creating a lot of targets for a big punching heavyweight like Andy Ruiz. I like Andy Ruiz whooping that ass and getting the customarily durable Jarrell Miller out of there by round 8. That's what I like.
I like that one too. I like that.
Hey, Yadir, how you doing, brother? Mr. Sanchez, welcome to the show, sir. He says, hey, Joseph. Hey, Adam, what's your take on who will be the main event victor? Crawford looks locked in. Yes, he does, always. I feel Madrimov has too much praise and respect for Crawford. Adam, the mental aspect of it. Do you think he's being a little too humble to the A side in this fight, even though he's a champion?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's probably humble just because he doesn't speak the language. So you might be thinking like, I don't know what he's been saying. I've just seen the little talk down, the little like banter between uh, Eddie Hearn and Crawford, and that was very, very good. You kind of realize how good of a talker that Eddie Hearn is. Very, very funny, and so like very intense, like almost Michael Jordan like with Terrence
Trying
Crawford.
to get under his skin, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're very that's a good. I would
Well, I will
that'd be a
say
good
this.
buddy movie right there. That would be a really good buddy boxing movie
You mean
right
like
there.
48 Hours?
Oh
Nick
no, no, no,
Nolte,
like,
Eddie
like
Murphy?
Rush Hour with Terrence Crawford and Eddie Hearn would be a good
Dude, talk
movie.
about gay. Dude, Terrence Crawford is not Errol Spence Jr., man. Now I could see Errol Spence Jr. playing Chris Tucker because he's gay.
Yeah, he's probably is gay. He's on Epstein Island. He was on Epstein Island. I know that much.
Dude, have you seen The Fifth Element? Come on now.
Oh yeah,
Come on now.
but he is a good
Yeah,
actor. He's
that's
a
gay.
flamboyant,
That's gay. That's gay,
flamboyant
dude.
black guy.
Yeah, that's Pride Month shit right there, dude. Anyway, man, what the hell are we talking about?
Chris Tucker.
Oh, no, before Chris Tucker, man.
Talk about Chris Tucker.
Look. In my opinion, Vadim Kornilov, my brother, he's the manager for Israel Madrimov. And when I first met him, he was manager of Ruslan Provodnikov way back in the day. And we became friends. We've kept in touch. He's a great guy. And that guy's a very knowledgeable boxing guy. And in the press conference, he brought up the judges. You know, we know that we're fighting the best, but we know that we're also fighting the judges and the fans, and we just hope we get a fair shake. He sees, just like I do, this going the distance. The distance.
Distance. Yes.
Sorry. Distance. My apologies. It's been a long day, man. I've been up since 4.
Yeah.
But you would think I work for the Postal Service, didn't you? Bingo.
Dude, I'm so mad. I feel so tired right now. I gotta go to bed in a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, it's 11:15. Let's finish talking about this card and then let's call it a night, right?
Do that.
But look, Vadim, that was a bit of foreshadowing, guys. He pointed out, I just hope we get a fair shake from the judges at ringside. And that's when Terrence said, man, he didn't say all that. Yeah, he didn't say all that, but that was Vadim being Vadim. Very smart guy, straight shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alberto has a beat. So Provodnikov should have beat Bradley. He should have got him out of there after the second round. He almost did.
Yeah.
Almost did. That's a testament to what a badass Tim Bradley was.
That was an all-time great fight, dude.
Oh, that was a great fight. Luis Trevino, welcome to the show, sir. Says salute, Joseph. Do you think Morrell and Andy Cruz's opponent will put up competitive fights?
Probably not.
Adam, do you want to say that again?
Who's he fight? Antonio Moran? That's who Andy Cruz is fighting?
Yeah, I'll give you the Rock's answer. What's his name?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what his name. Look, they're gonna get their asses whooped.
Yeah, they're gonna get Andy Cruz is gonna fuck up Antonio Moran.
Rod Kalachik is the guy who's fighting Dave Morrell Jr. He's gonna get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
And Ronnie Shields, I just talked to him today. He says, hey man, you know what? This fight ain't gonna go past 3 rounds. And I'm being nice.
Yeah.
Coach Ronnie. Now, as for Andy Cruz's opponent, that's going to be a wide, easy decision.
Yeah. You don't think he's going to stop him?
Easy.
You don't think he's going to just...
No, he may, but Andy Cruz is a guy who's he's more finesse. He doesn't put his foot in the gas unless that's what they're working on.
You would think Boise's working on with like that about that.
No, maybe, but Bosie's a bad dude, man. That's a master Yoda of boxing.
Yeah.
Bosie Ennis, he can teach you how to fight from any range, in any style. That's a bad dude right there.
Yeah, he's had a lot of fucking practice with his boys, and then he made the final product.
Oh, hold on. What's this? What's this? Look at this, Adam. Crawford looked like trained in person. Oh, okay, dude.
No, it didn't.
Stop it.
No, he didn't.
Stop it. Just stop it. What was it? Hey, welcome to the show, brother. It's good to see you, my friend. Are you gonna make a remark on how big this pay-per-view is gonna flop, brother? Huh?
Me? I don't
No,
know.
I'm talking about Jose Chavez here. If that's his that's his name this week. Chingao. Anyway, let's go to another fight on this card. This is their. What do you think of big baby Jared Anderson? Maybe losing a fight to a very live and in shape Martin Bacoli.
Not sure about Martin Bacoli. Big baby. Anderson. He's got a lot of fucking issues outside the ring, doesn't he?
That's what I'm saying, man.
He's got a lot.
Dude, he's right there with the fucking Charlos, dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking wild man. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I think he's got it. I'm like, I'm a little bit on the fucking fence with him because I mean, like, I don't know what to expect. I mean, he might not even show up to the fucking fight. He's probably gonna be run from somebody. Probably gonna be like, hey, I got warrants in fucking LA. I got the Crips after me right now. I'm gone.
Hey, Adam, what are you doing tomorrow night, man? Do you have friends with Babe, or do you have plans with Babe Lopez?
What's tomorrow? Friday?
Tomorrow's Friday, dude.
I'm not sure. Why do you want to get on? We want to get on early?
Let's go ahead and call it a night so we can pick back up where we left off. Talk about it. Give a big time.
Tomorrow. Oh, hang on. No,
dude,
tomorrow,
you have plans with Babe Lopez, don't you? I couldn't blame you if you did, man.
No, I don't think I do. But no, and I can skip them. But no,
no, I was gonna say
we should fucking.
You know what? I will pause my sobriety for tomorrow night, and let's have a drink tomorrow night, man. How's that?
Let's do that.
And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We're gonna invite Alberto also to have a drink with us. How do you like that?
Let's do it.
And there it is. And anyone else who wants to join us tomorrow night, I'm gonna take a pause on my sobriety. I'm going to take a break from doing all of the work that I've been doing for the past week and a half. I tell you what, we're going to have fun tomorrow night, okay? And in fact, why don't you invite Babe Lopez? I've never met her, man.
All right. I'll do that.
But this time, grab the Modelo. That's easy for me to say. Grab the Modelo instead of Miller Lite. How's that?
All right. A little bit more bang for my buck, but all right, I'll do
it. Yeah, and I'll grab the Jack Daniels. All right, brother. All right. So what time we're gonna reconvene? I'll tell you what, Adam, just let me know what time.
Well, I'll text you during the day. But we might be able to we can fucking probably shoot the shit during the day, get maybe a good hour, 45 minutes in, and then fucking just go off at night.
All right, I tell you what, I'll try to get a special guest for me and Adam to join us during the day. And we'll break glasses, man, at night. We'll have a couple drinks, have a good time, sizing all the fight action up, talk about the latest gossip regarding Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, Tank Davis. We'll talk about everything, guys. Tell you what, guys, in 2 hours in, Adam, tell you what, it feels like it's been too long. Last time I was on the air with you, we were singing songs, dude.
Yeah, we went ham. We went all out.
It
was fun. It was wild. It was
different. Sing Billy Joel, brother.
Yeah. No. You know what might be fucking fun? Or not might. It will be fun. Fucking halftime pizza show.
You know what, dude? That sounds awesome, dude. I would love to have a cold draft beer, man, at halftime.
Fucking halftime pizza.
Hell yes, man, with the pizza rolls and everything. Dude, we'll talk about that tomorrow during the day. But guys, for sure, we are going to size everything up after viewing the weigh-ins. We'll get our final predictions for all the fights on this Saturday's card. And we'll get Adam's expert trainer and fighter's eye on everything. Adam, your parting shots for our listening audience, my friend.
Excited for tomorrow and excited for Saturday, dude. This is gonna be good fights. This is probably gonna be one of the. These are old Don. This is like it gives you the old Don King throwback vibes. The cards.
Yes. Oh yes.
And I like that. It's a little bit of nostalgia.
Well, let's just hope this card, because it's boxing. Let's hope it lives up to the billion.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Guys, on behalf of the incomparable Adam Montequilla Lopez, I'm Joseph Aaron. You've been listening to Warwick Boxing. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Can smell manly if you listen to Real Talk with Rick Glaser.